I am 100% sold on the carnivore way of life as being the optimum way for humans to eat. If you've been here for a little while, you know that I set out to complete 90 days of a strict carnivore diet. That means eating only animal foods and nothing from the plant kingdom except for coffee and some condiments. I wasn't a freak about spices. Basically, I was just really trying to get away from my sweets addiction. And I made it totally successfully about halfway through that 90 days. So I made it to right about day 45, and then I was like, this is still so hard. But then by week 8 or 9, I found that I was still having a really hard time some days. And ultimately, I realized that my irritability, that my frustration, all of these things was really centered around not eating enough because I just didn't want to eat more meat.
How much have you looked into this?
Rather than eat something different, I just wouldn't want to eat at all, which is really not a good thing, especially as an exclusively breastfeeding mom. My daughter is just 4 months old, so her getting adequate and proper and optimized nutrition is obviously going to be priority number 1. So I've got about a tablespoon of butter in there, a good amount of this wiggly jiggly bone broth in our repurposed pickle jar here. And this is the second batch of bone broth that I was able to make using our leftover Thanksgiving turkey bones. Added half of that ground beef that I just made, and this is going to be meal number 1.
What?
So I was getting mad at myself and feeling guilty for not wanting to eat more meat, and then also feeling frustrated when I was trying to force myself to eat more meat when I didn't want to. It was really just a cycle that wasn't working out well for me.
Y'all know the phrase, if you don't have something nice to say, you probably shouldn't say anything at all, which is one reason why I don't normally comment on women's diet content on YouTube. But this woman is selling a keto pregnancy program. Medical textbooks advise that it would be prudent to avoid ketosis during pregnancy. The famous Dr. Atkins used to recommend the Atkins diet to all of his pregnant patients, but later admitted that he understood ketosis during pregnancy could result in fetal damage. Look, you can get into the research on this topic if you want to. I really don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole, but when I started looking as I was making this video, I saw stuff like this, and all I'm saying is it's probably better to avoid the keto pregnancy PDF ebook advice that you find on YouTube.
I failed at carnivore.
Alright, y'all know what time it is. Red pill vegan. Next.